Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Okay, here we go. Alright, spooky house.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
This game's
Place
art
has
style
been
is really
abandoned
nice.
since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester.
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You manage to get something out of that bum, I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house.
Interesting.
It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there.
Makes sense.
Unless you still have questions.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
I don't see anything wrong with it. What's over here? Oh, is that where we're going?
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
I could probably catch up, no problem. That's a nice view. Kinda. I'll run back. I don't want it to trigger while I'm away. That would just suck. Angels. That's the way to the house. This is the way to Silas. Okay. Oh no, this way to the graves.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The caretaker takes great care of these graves. The caretaker? Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
The only thing
Please
I
give
could
me a
do.
Charles Hawkins' grave.
Oh wait.
Poor kid.
No kidding. Alright. Okay, so I guess I'm on my own. Unless he's following. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Psalms 3:5. Interesting. I always find people's choice in Bible verse on certain things interesting. Because it's so different. Like, it applies to everyone. But at the same time, it's so personal. Oh no, game saved. Scurry.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh.
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Put down the axe, and I'll forget that you threatened a cop.
Show your badge, cop, and then we can talk.
You don't need to see my badge.
You're a bad liar, city boy. For the last time, tell me why you're here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
I forgot to read new stuff. Silas Winchester, age 64, caretaker of the Hawkins property. The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard in the burned down mansion. Devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he all but raised, he also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the graves of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. Officer Bradley, age 37, occupation police officer. This hit cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. Cat, 24, occupation gang boss. Boss of gang bootleggers, which seems to use Darkwater as a hideout. Cat always keeps an eye on her territory, the zone of abandoned warehouses on the docks. I have the impression that all the men on Darkwater fear her. Even Mitchell, the owner of the Strand of Whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater at the point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, and she is slowly gnawing away at Captain Fitzroy's territory. Interesting. Hawkins Mansion Gardens. The Hawkins Mansion is perched at the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbors the graves of the Hawkins family and the old caretaker, Silas Winchester. Still roams the bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. Indeed it is. Hawkins Warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, and press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting, recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubt to be lifted as the link between the contents of the building and the Hawkins case. Oh yeah, I got skills. I forgot about that. I got 2 points. Let's see. We're gonna increase that because I need that. We're just gonna move that to 40. We're just gonna do that for now and enter. Yes. I could have used that. Wait, clues. Okay, I don't have anything. Inventory key to the tradesman entrance. I got hold the key that opens the door to the tradesman entrance to the Hawkins Mansion. I hope that it was worth the risk, considering I got kneed in the fucking nuts and was threatened to be murdered with an axe. I get it, Spooktober, but what the fuck? I want to see Cthulhu, not get kneed in the nuts. What the shit? Game saved. And you just stood there?
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
You just stood there? You're supposed to help.
Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me.
I never messed with you, boy.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.